Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you could put your city and state in the chat so you know that you can hear me, and we are going to get started. I think we're getting a little bit bigger of an audience. It's really nice to start with this many people. I do have the text messages going out. I hope that that you're enjoying that to help get some reminders. If you don't want that, just reply stop and they'll go away. I have a pretty good show today, and we're excited because we're talking with the Arrow Cabinet Company. And it's an old friend of mine who has been in the sewing industry for a long time, and we're looking at it, and I said, wait, this is what you have going on. You have all these deals, you have free lights, and they have all this. And I said, well, we better put this on our live stream for, the holiday deals they have till the end of the year. It's just sweet. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to put her on right now so you can say hi, and then we're going to play 3 videos that they made specifically for them. After that presentation, we're going to be doing Q&A, and then after that, we're going to be walking around the store. Michelle has a simple embroidery project with Cuddle that I think you're going to like, and then Steph's going to be talking about IQ. My mom's going to be walking around the store. So, we'll probably have a good hour and a half presentation like we usually do. So I'm going to put Gladys up. Hey, Gladys, say hi to everybody. Hold on. Let me take you off mute. There you go.
Okay, thanks, Connor. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having us, Connor. I always joke that Connor is I am Connor's poor Asian sister. Thanks for having me. Very honored to
She's
be
been
part of
in
the show.
the sewing business and the cabinet business for years and years. She's traveling right now, so we got her in the car. So we thank you, because I literally was like, hey, do you want to hop on and talk on this presentation?
Yes.
She just hopped on, and
Yes,
she's able
thank
to let
you.
these deals. So some of the deals that they have is a free lamp, a free cutting mat, a free self-healing mat for the cutting mat, pressing mat, and free shipping on most of the models. So that's
Yes.
why she's here today, which is exciting.
Yes.
But I want to introduce you. So keep your questions till the end, and we'll bring her back. We might answer any of them as of size. Will this fit in this machine? Things like that. And then stay tuned, because we're going to walk the store and do embroidery stuff. So I'm going to start a presentation now. Gladys, I'll bring you back in a little bit. And, everyone bring those questions, and just know we are going to have a lot of fun in the store after this presentation. So let's get this started.
And welcome back to Arrow Sewing. I'm Scott Ehart, Director of Sales, and my fabulous companion.
I forgot my name. Gladys San, Account Manager for the East Coast. Thank you for that introduction, Scott.
Happens to the best of us. If I didn't write it down, I'd forget mine too. Well, on a non-forgetful note, we have the Bandicoot cabinet here today.
Pray tell, what is a Bandicoot, Scott?
So this is our home-friendly shared space cabinet that, this is perfect for, if you're sharing a bedroom, if you're sewing in your dining room.
Or if you have limited space.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Bandicoot cabinet, when she's closed up, it just looks like a regular cabinet. You don't actually know that it's a dedicated sewing cabinet.
Yes.
And the fantastic thing about Bandicoot is, even though she's really small when it's closed up, she opens up pretty big. Right now, it's 2.5 feet by 1.5 feet, and it's going to literally double in space. Yes. So the top does flip open, and then you've got the 2 doors that flip open as well on both sides. There is a little lock here to lock that in place.
And each panel has about 10 spindles to hold spools.
Yes, so we've got
on both sides.
20 sets of thread storage, 2 big pockets at the bottom, and we even have pockets hiding in the pocket.
Yes, and it extends to, let's talk about the dimensions, Scott. So now from 2.5 feet, it's now 5 feet by 1.5 feet in depth.
She doubled. She doubled in size.
She doubled.
I wish I could go half my size as easily as this one does.
Yes.
Just fold it up. How do I lose half my weight in just 1 second? I wish I could do that.
Okay.
The cabinet does have our 3-position hydraulic lift. Now this opening, this is a little bit
A10.
smaller of an opening, an A10 opening, and this will do
About
85% of the
Yes.
machines on the market. So the smaller machines.
yes.
Yeah.
And-
What's the, do you have the measurements
Yes.
of the,
So it's an A10 opening.
Yes.
It measures about 20 3/4 inches in length
yes.
and 11 inches in depth.
Exactly.
yeah.
So when you're looking at this and say, oh, is my machine going to fit? You're going to want to measure your length and your width. Just make sure you're taking in account your needle, up, down knob, and then also any power cords and your foot pedal cord. You're going to want to make sure you take those into account. The nice thing is there is, and you can actually see it here, there is a little cutout, for those cords to run down, and then they come out the back. This lift, again, this is our 3-position hydraulic lift. So position 1, this is your free arm. I'm not going to combine the names this time around.
Yes.
So that pant sleeve, but now I'm going to combine clothing articles. That pant leg or shirt sleeve, you'll be working here. And then position 2, this is for all of our quilters, flatbed sewing.
Yes.
And-
Easy on your wrist.
Yes, and actually, let's-
Yeah. So you
let's
don't
see
want
if we
the
can-
carpal tunnel injury.
Can we show that insert? Yeah. So these inserts, these are all custom made for the cabinet, for your machine. And just like Gladys just said, the wonderful thing about this is we've now brought the machine level with the cabinet. We've filled all that space around the machine. So now we've got a completely flush and even work surface. And that's what gives us, those happy wrists, happy elbows, happy
Yes.
shoulders. And then position 3,
Yes.
you want to put this one away?
Yes, just to show you.
How
even
easy
the
that goes
Bandicoot
down.
is very small. It does all the functionality of the bigger cabinets. The lift mechanism is just this.
Yep, same lift mechanism, 3 positions all the way down into that, mysterious storage position.
Yes.
And
we
then
do
it
have,
does come with that sewing well cover. And now we've got a 5-foot work section, to
Exactly.
get
Yes.
to cut, to press, organize our pieces, organize our blocks.
Yes.
It's just a great little cabinet.
Yes.
It's that
Put a buffet over it.
absolutely.
It's a regular
Who doesn't want to
table
sew
now.
and eat? I love it.
Yes. Put a cocktail here.
Now that's my kind of sewing. That's
Just don't
that
sew a
could be why
crooked quilt.
that's why my corners don't line up. Too many cocktails while sewing. So Bandicoot cabinet, she is available in 3 different colors: our white, our teak, and then we see the gray here today. She's on the heavy duty
Yes.
locking casters. What type of warranty does?
Bandicoot also has a lifetime warranty,
Yes.
as all Kangaroo models, and the lift has a 5-year warranty.
Yes,
Okay,
on the hydraulic lift.
They're very well made.
And we are in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, so that's the Lake Geneva area. Now the Bandicoot, you can have fully assembled. We do all of our assembly right here in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and we can ship that fully assembled through FedEx Premium, or there is the unassembled
Yeah, the
option.
RTA.
Yes. Wonderful thing with that is the cabinet does arrive in separate boxes, so if getting it, fully assembled is a little bit
Yes,
difficult if there's a,
yes.
tight hallway or tight corner, having it arrive in the separate boxes unassembled lets you get that cabinet into those tight spaces. We do all of our own assembly instructions. Everything's done here in Elkhorn. Everything's in English. It's very important. If you've ever been frustrated, with a certain Swedish company trying to do their assembly, I did a dresser. It was.
You did?
Oh, it was. I don't want. Now I need a cocktail thinking about it. We have frustration-free instructions. I just made that up, and I love it. It's so
No,
good.
We should add that. So, but we want to remind them to make sure to check with their local dealer about the size and machine compatibility
Yes.
with the opening. It doesn't have a smaller opening, but it still functions the same way as all the other lifts.
Absolutely.
3
And
positions.
that's
Yes.
85% of the machines on the
Yes,
market. So outside
yes.
of those really big ones, this is a wonderful cabinet if you're in a shared space, if you're in a small space. It's a fantastic starter cabinet, especially with that lifetime warranty. And just like all the Kangaroo cabinets, it does have the heavy-duty locking casters on the base of the cabinet.
Yes.
So, you know, if you're sewing fast, all that vibration just goes right into the ground. You lock those casters down, and she's not
Yes,
going
yes.
anywhere. And
how do we ship them again, Scott?
So-
2 ways?
2 ways. We've got that FedEx Premium, where we're going to ship it
White
fully
glove.
assembled, or we can ship it unassembled, and you'll be able to use your frustration-free instructions. We do have an
MacGyver skills, like Scott.
all you need is a flathead, not a flathead, excuse me, a Phillips screwdriver. We've got an entire YouTube channel dedicated to assembly, and we have
Yes.
a wonderful customer service team here in Elkhorn. They're in office 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So you can call in with any questions. Kirsten, Kylie, and Luis are absolutely amazing.
Fabulous, yes.
And they can do these in their sleep.
Yes.
they're
they can,
fantastic.
They're great. So
So this is our Bandicoot, and this is, you know, the wonderful small but mighty Bandicoot cabinet.
yes, and check them out at your local dealership.
Absolutely.
Available in white, teak, and gray.
Perfect.
This is gray.
This is the gray.
Nobody's colorblind. This is gray.
All right. Thanks so much, everyone. We appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you, Scott.
Okay, guys, that's just the first video here, and I want to bring Gladys back on. So, you know, I can see, you know, one, they make us laugh. I think it was a great video. That's just the first one that we have, and I just all the comments. I wanted us to go live and say hi again. I also have another announcement. If you know me, if you don't know me, I had a dog named Mac who passed away about 6 months ago. I didn't tell anybody. He was in a lot of videos at some point, and he died from pancreatitis. And, you know, we've moved on, and I feel like I got a sign, and now we have the new puppy. So
Oh,
this is Bailey. Bailey
hi,
says,
Bailey.
I
Oh
meant
my gosh.
to it says do this in the beginning, and then I forgot. So anyways,
Wow.
questions. First of all, we got too small for my machine. We know this is the starter one, and we have a couple more that we're going to
Yes.
show you today. And this is just fun
Yes.
for us to show you what's possible, how you can do free motion with the cabinet. They have deals. So, Gladys, what type of deals do you got? A free lamp cutting? Let's talk about some of the things that they get by the end of the year by purchasing maybe a Christmas gift.
Yes, well, on the Bandicoot, Connor, I think, are you feeling generous with
I
your
am.
shipping? Okay,
am.
so it will be free shipping from
Free shipping.
from
right to
Connor.
your home.
Yes. Yes,
That's-
so that's so good.
Yeah.
RTA means ready to assemble. So you just have to do a very minimal assembly. This is a very small table compared. So yeah, this can into your, whether it ships to the store, to your store,
Yeah.
Connor,
So you
or
can call me-
ship
you can-
directly to the house of your customer.
Yeah, and you could call me at 877-306-2863. Go to soldonline.com. Hold on. I pressed the wrong button
Yes.
here. You can
Well,
call
check
me.
with Connor too, because
Go ahead.
sorry,
We're losing
did I?
because of
'cause-
service. But this machine, this one is $13.99, so it's very affordable. You can finance it as well. But besides that, Gladys, I'm going to play the next one and bring you back. Okay, so we got one more. This is the Kangaroo and Joey. Let's check this.
And welcome back to Arrow Sewing. Scott E. Hart, Director of Sales, and my fabulous partner.
Thank you, Scott. Gladys Tan, East Coast Account Manager. Welcome back to Arrow.
And today we have our best-selling Kangaroo and Joey cabinet. And
Yes.
this has been our best seller. This is actually its 3rd year running as our best-selling cabinet in the Arrow line for our cabinets. And this cabinet really does, it's kind of the everything. It goes really small, and we're going to
Yes.
open this up and we'll show you how big this gets. So we've got a huge work surface. We've got tons of drawers. We've got the lift for the ergonomics. It really is the the everything cabinet. It just makes
Yes.
sense that this is our best-selling cabinet.
And doesn't it fit 95% of the sewing machines out there in
Yes.
the market?
Yes. So this cabinet, and that's a great place to start. Gladys, why don't you sit here, and then we can demo the lift, and we can show how those ergonomics work. And this cabinet here, I'll grab those. So the Kangaroo and Joey, this cabinet has like we said, our A7 lift, which will do about 95% of the machines on the market.
Yes.
You know, just the really big ones. You know,
Yes.
the new Luminaire, that new Radiance. Those are the ones that won't fit. But otherwise, everything else will fit in the cabinet. And I'm going to bring this up, and then I'm going to have Gladys sneak in when we bring it into flatbed. But
Yes.
the first position is our flat arm. Flat arm?
Free.
I'm making things up now,
Free
combining
arm.
them. Our free arm position. Combining the two.
Yes.
That'd be interesting. So our free arm position, so for all of our garment makers out there, you know, when you have to get that pant leg, that shirt sleeve, for all of our embroidery sewists out there, you can have your embroidery attachment. I mean, just the space to the left of the machine is expansive. So that is where you're going to live for that garment making, for the embroidery modules.
Yes.
Position 2, flatbed, since,
Yes.
you know, I'm not combining the names here.
Yes, be kind to your wrist. You
Yes.
know, you need this so you don't, you know, we deal with a lot of injuries. So, yeah, you don't want your wrist to be injured or have carpal tunnel.
No,
Yes.
no one wants that.
So, this is the reason why we have this insert that's custom made for this machine. So,
Yes. So what we've done is we've brought the machine down level with the cabinet. And then, like Gladys was just saying, is we have this acrylic insert that then fills the space all the way around the machine. So Gladys, slide back in so they can see how happy your wrists are
Yes.
when we're
Thank
working.
you.
So when we're doing our piecing, we're working on our projects, we've got nice happy wrists.
Yes.
We've got happy wrists, happy elbows, happy shoulders. So it gives us those great ergonomics so we can, as Gladys likes to say, sew in comfort to sew longer.
Yes. So you can finish all those projects.
Absolutely.
Because you're not uncomfortable and you're not in pain.
No,
So,
no, we don't want
yes.
that. And then, like we saw with the Sydney cabinet, there is a mysterious third position with our lifts here. And Gladys, why don't you put that into storage so everyone can see just how easy that is. So that hydraulic lift, that acts as an assist. The weight of the machine, the weight and height of the machine are doing all the work. So it
Yes.
doesn't take any force to operate this up and down. And that mysterious third position is putting the machine into storage. And the cabinet does come with,
A filler board.
yes, it has this cover plate here. So now we've got a huge work surface.
Yes.
So now that we have this down, let's show how big this actually gets. You've got two separate leaves that open up. You've got that big leaf to the right, and then we've got a full size, full length quilt
Yes.
leaf on the back end. And then, but wait, there's
The-
more.
Yes.
There's
Let's
also, and we're going to talk about drawers in just a minute, but you do
This is-
have a separate caddy that sneaks out. This is our little Joey
Joey.
caddy, and we'll show that in just a second. And then we do have a full view, soft closing drawer on top. And
fully extending drawer too, Scott. So,
yes. And then you have a nice drawer cover as well. So now we've got, you know, again,
Whole expanse
over
for your
6
quilt.
feet by 5 feet
Yes.
in surface. And where did that quilt go? Let's show how much space you have to the left of your machine. This is my favorite part.
So we brought a small quilt, but yes, it can handle large projects, larger quilts.
Oh,
Look at
absolutely.
this space that you have, and there's no your leaf. I mean, sorry, your quilt won't drop because you have this work surface here to
Mm-hmm.
hold your quilt.
And then what, you know, the quilt's being supported on the left-hand side, and then as we're doing our piecing, doing our top
Yes.
quilting and pushing our projects back, they're coming back onto the quilt leaf. So what that prevents is it prevents your quilt from twisting and pivoting around your needle as it falls off the back.
Yes.
Because then our seams get all out of line, and then I'm frustrated, and then the seam ripper has to come out, and then I'm just not happy. So
Yes.
now we have happy seams.
Yes.
Happy seams, happy sewists.
Yes.
So let's talk.
And we can, just to remind everyone too that all the back leaf, the side leaf, all have rounded edges to prevent bumping and bruising. And what you said, Scott, snagging of fabric.
My favorite feature.
Yes.
I keep forgetting about the rounded edges. It's the best part.
Yes.
That's
That is
the
a
best
big deal.
part.
I have been injured so many times because of all these bumping and bruising.
Let's talk storage.
Yes.
So we talked ergonomics, we talked work surface. I think that the reason our Kangaroo and Joey is our best seller is because of all the drawer storage that
Yes.
comes with the cabinet.
To keep it organized. So this Kangaroo and Joey is actually known for not only for the sewing lift and all that, but also storage and organization.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, key feature. And so the cabinet itself is two separate cabinets. So you've got the main body here, and then we've got that separate Joey caddy.
See the soft closing drawers?
And then this guy, this is fantastic. So this Joey is completely separate from the main body of the cabinet. It does lock, and then you do have 3 full view soft closing drawers. The bottom drawer is really big,
Yes.
really deep. So, small iron, scraps is how mine is set up. And then we talk about heavy duty casters, but the Joey lets me actually really show these. There we go, we can kind of see them. Let's tip this guy up too.
Yep.
So these casters, again, big heavy duty locking casters. These do lock down in place, and the great thing about that is, if you're having a serger set on here, if you've got that second machine, if you are doing embroidery on the cabinets, being able to lock that down, it takes all that vibration and it puts it right into the ground. So that way our seams are staying nice, the tension's staying in our embroidery hoops. It just gives that extra finish to the cabinets. And then this, when you're not using it, like Gladys is doing right now, it does actually tuck in and nest right into the cabinet itself. So we went from 6 feet by 5 feet down to just 5 by 1.5 feet. So it closes up really, really nice.
Yes.
Kangaroo and Joey available in 3 different colors.
Yes.
So we have the gray here. This was brand new this year. And then we also have our white
and teak.
Yes. So we've got white, teak, and gray with the Kangaroo. And we got some finishes up there. Perfect.
Yes. And so, Scott, I just noticed that our hardware is pretty classy.
It is classy.
Yes. So, and we talk about the warranty.
Yes.
It's the same warranty. All the Kangaroo cabinets do have a lifetime warranty. 5 years, though, on the lifts, the lift system.
Yes.
We forgot to mention that the
Oh my
lift
gosh.
is weighted to 55 pounds
55
on this
pounds.
A7 opening.
And this cabinet is available with the hydraulic that we saw here today.
Yes.
And it's now available electric as well. So you
Okay.
can do a hydraulic or an electric lift in the Kangaroo and Joey, available in 3 different colors. Lifetime warranty on the cabinet, 5-year warranty on the lifts. And how do people receive their cabinets? They have 2 different options.
Yes. The first one is if you want the cabinet to be assembled, we do offer premium service delivery or white glove. The cabinets will come assembled, fully assembled to your, and delivered all the way inside the sewing room of your choice. And it's whether it's upstairs or downstairs. And the FedEx delivery guys will remove the packaging and throw away the garbage. That's option 1. Option 2, Scott, is to have it shipped RTA. RTA means ready to assemble, which means that you can receive them unassembled, so it's easier to bring it upstairs or downstairs.
Yeah, if you got that tight space, or
Yes.
our house we have an old house built in 1930, so small hallways, small door frames. Getting the full-size cabinet in, it just wouldn't be an option. So being able to receive the cabinet unassembled, take the boxes into the room of choice, and doing the assembly there just makes so much more sense for us. In terms of assembly, we do all of our own instructions. So we are in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, so that's Lake Geneva area. We write and illustrate all of our own instructions. Everything's in English. We've got an entire YouTube channel dedicated to just assembly.
Yes.
And then if there were ever questions, you can always call in and reach out to our customer service team.
Yes.
Monday through Friday from 8 p.m. We're working nighttime, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can call in and you'll get Kylie, Kirsten, or Luis, and they can help you with any assembly questions that you would have for the cabinets.
Yes. Did you have your shipped RTA to your house?
Well, I brought it to the house.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ship it, but I
Scott
put it in
is
my
a
truck.
MacGyver. Yes, he can assemble anything.
And
so.
took them home and assembled them. And actually, my two little ones, helped me assemble all of our cabinets. We have 3 different cabinets at home. So again, this is our Kangaroo and Joey. This is the best-selling cabinet for Arrow sewing. It will do 95% of the machines on the market.
Yes.
It's available with a hydraulic or an electric lift, and has 3 different color choices: our gray, teak, and our white.
Yes, thank you, Scott.
It's a great cabinet.
Yes, it's a great cabinet. To think that it's our bestseller.
It's
right?
our bestseller,
Yes.
yeah. And it gives you, again, it gives you everything. It gives you the ergonomics, it gives you the storage, and it gives you the work surface.
Yes.
Okay, another great segment from them. We have another one coming up. Let's see if Gladys is available. See how her. What's up? How are you? She's on a
I'm
road
good.
trip right now.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, and I
Oh
think we
no,
didn't.
it's fun. We're happy to have you.
Yes, Connor, we didn't emphasize. Do you know that the Kangaroo and Joey does come with an electric lift option if you do not like the hydraulic lift? So yeah, so that's something new, because the Kangaroo and Joey was always offered only with the hydraulic lift. So the electric lift is actually weighted to 65 pounds. I don't know why machines are getting so much heavier. They're like an airplane now. So
So heavy. The new Radiance in the box is 98 pounds.
yes.
I
So
mean,
it
I
will.
think my brother really hurt his back just bringing them down. I mean, it is
Gosh.
insane, But
Yes.
so, the Kangaroo and Joey, does this come with any specials or anything this month?
Yes. Good news is, Connor, thanks for asking. It does come free with a daylight slimline floor lamp. It has a retail value of $310, but it's free thanks again to Connor.
Yeah,
you know Sew it
happy.
online and pins and needles. Yes.
Yeah, happy to do that. Happy to do it. Let me see if I can. I think I'm bringing up. You should be able to see. Yep, you can see my screen, my gift guide here. I just wanted to give them a picture of that. This is the Arrow gift guide. Here it is. That's the daylight right there.
Floor lamp.
That's
Yes.
the floor lamp. I mean, that's a $310
Retail value that they're getting for free if they order it with a
for
Kangaroo and
free.
Joey. Yes,
You mean I
for
got to
free.
pay for this to give it to them? Wow,
Yes.
it's
Unfortunately,
do it. Let's do it.
Connor will have to sponsor
So I'm
the
happy
free
to do
item.
that. The floor lamp, wow, that is great. And then you know what else I was thinking is my favorite part of this is when I'm on the phone, I take all the phone calls and try to take care of them if before we have to get my mom on there, and everyone's asking me, well, I want throat space, and there's not a lot of quality machines that I recommend that have a huge throat space for quilting at an affordable budget. We're talking under $1,500. But if you get, let's say, my best-selling machine, the Brilliant, which I would think we had a question that fits in the Bandicoot as well, right?
Yes, the Brilliance will. But you mentioned about the Radiance. The Radiance will need the next video, the Sydney but not the Kangaroo and Joey.
And when he laid down the quilt in this video, you could see like, wow, that throat space between the machine is no longer a bigger deal. I would rather you have a great machine. Don't worry about that so much space between the needle and the machine when you have a cabinet to move that out. I'd rather see you with a cabinet built in and have that exact flat movement and suddenly that fixes all the issues. And we have an amazing looking sewing room. We can store stuff. I mean, that's really the big thing that we're doing today in this video is trying to do that. So
Yeah, just to explain the different, yeah. Thank you, Connor. You said it very well. The
there
brilliance will fit the bandicoot. And
Yeah, so there's a
definitely,
few things. Everyone's
yes.
saying they love the electric lift. We're gonna play another video here in a second that's even bigger. This one is I'm putting it on the Wallaby. I shouldn't have left it there. I was just showing that as I'm just gonna bring that down right now, actually.
Yeah.
But that was just showing you for the daylight. And then is there a self-healing cutting mat and a pressing mat, or what are we doing with
That
those?
those are for the kookaburras, the cutting table. I don't know if you're gonna show that
Yeah, no, we're showing
today,
that. We
Connor.
want
Oh,
to
you
show
are
that.
showing that? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So
So let's go do that one right now. The Kangaroo and Joey is 1999.99, right?
yes.
And that's a great deal.
And
And
it
then
comes free with a cutting mat. Again, thank you, Connor, for sponsoring those. Free cutting mat and ironing mat. So the cutting mat is great because it's a self-healing one. So it's a memory foam type of healing, when you're pressing onto it. So those are that will have a $300 retail value that you're getting for free if you get the Kookaburra cutting
huge,
mat.
huge.
I
And
have
that's
a
why I
question
wanted
here.
to bring them on here. Yeah. Will an M7 fit? And we'll also bring up M6, M8, these Genomes. I'm thinking they might have to be in the Sydney, one of the videos.
Yes. Yeah. So is it Carol? Carol, hi Carol. So that's a good question. You will need the largest lift opening to fit an M7. So the K and J will not work. So what is it made of? Our furniture is made of MDF with melamine surface. Okay, so but what's so good about
MDF
it?
is a lot better than the most quality. I mean, that's some of the highest quality wood, and then it's got a surface on it, which is the same as the other brands. I
Melamine,
mean, that is
yes.
typically a
Yeah.
higher quality cabinet of all the brands that I sell. There's no doubt.
Yes, and they have also good price points. It's not going to break the budget buying an Arrow table. It's very sturdy. What we're proud of is the casters are lockable. So, you have to be a good parent to your embroidery module, your sewing machine. If the table vibrates, then it's gonna ruin your sewing machine, because it's shaking so much. So our tables are tested. Our casters lock them in place. They're industrial um, heavy duty casters. So they lock them in place so they don't vibrate when you're using their embroidery module.
And there's nothing worse than spending this type
Thanks,
of money
Lois. Yeah.
going up, getting your cabinet there, starting to do free motion and having that vibration. I mean, we don't want to, we have two things. We sell quality product. I will not sell you a non-quality product. There's machines that I will just not sell you that people ask about every day. There's cabinets. I pre-select all of my product to be the best product in the industry because I have to support you. We never sell a sewing machine, don't teach you, and we never sell a low quality product. That's something you'll never find at Sew It Online. That's never happened in the store for all the times we've been in business. And that's how it is when you do business with us. So, all right, we
Yes.
gotta play the
And
next
thanks,
video.
Lois. Lois actually gave a testament about MDF being a strong base. Thank you, Lois. Here, here.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
All
always
right,
joking, so sorry.
I'm gonna play the Sydney one, and then after that, we're gonna do the cutting table.
Yeah.
Everyone,
I
everyone
will
needs
have to
to
leave though after the Sydney. I'm so sorry,
perfect,
Connor.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's all
Okay.
we need. Okay,
Thank
so I'm
you.
gonna bring you down, and then we'll go from there. Okay, one more video coming. Here comes the Sydney. I'll see you in 12 minutes.
And welcome to Arrow Sewing. I'm Scott, Director of Sales.
Hi, I'm Gladys. I'm the account manager for the East Coast. Welcome to
And
Arrow.
welcome to Arrow. And we have our brand new Sydney Light here to show everyone.
Yes.
Sydney Light is what we call an A14 opening. So what that
Yes.
means is this opening here will accommodate all of the machines on the market. This opening will do even the big guys, right? So your Luminaires, your M17s, the new ones, the Avenir, the Radiance, your 990.
Viking Epic,
The Viking Epics.
Pfaff Icon.
And what do we
all
have
the
in
top
here
of the
today?
line.
And we've got the Epic in there today.
Yes.
So this is your big cabinet.
Yes.
This does it all. It opens up really big, like we can see how we have it now. So when she's fully open, from me to Gladys, is over
about
6 feet.
Yes.
And
About
then-
75 inches, just under 76 inches.
Yeah.
In length.
A lot of room, a lot of
Yes.
workspace on
Yes.
this. And what we'll do is we're actually going to close this up to show you what it's like when it's small in just a little bit. You do have on the back side here, if you guys can see, giant quilt leaf that
Quilt
does
leaf.
run the full length of the cabinet. So as we're sitting working on large projects and we're pushing our projects back, we've got this big work surface back here to bring our projects back onto. Also works fantastic if we're going to have a second machine set up here. There's 2 gate legs
Yes.
that support this quilt leaf, which
Yes.
works fantastic to use this as a second workstation. Works out
Yes.
fantastic. Gladys, do you want to sit?
Yes, so you
kind of
can-
let's show how this lift mechanism works and the
Yes,
different
Scott.
positions.
Yeah. And you can imagine all the real estate here,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
you know, to manage, to handle all the large projects you have. And there's even a side leaf that drops down. This is a pressing pad. Thank you, Scott. Let me set
Kinda
this aside.
Give a little bit of a demonstration here. Whew. So
Yes.
we've got, like Gladys just said, all this space to the left-hand side of the machine. And what works so fantastic about that is now your projects are supported. You're not having to fight gravity, and having the large quilt leaf back here, what works fantastic is this project pushes back. It's not twisting. It's not falling off the back of your surface, pivoting around your needle, which then makes your seams not the best, makes your stitches wonky, gets me really frustrated. So having all this work surface over here is just absolutely amazing. Okay, we
Yes.
can fold that down.
To show you that they really fold up into a tiny little cabinet.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes. So even the side leaf here, you have room to put your notions. Is it heavy enough to hold a small
Absolutely.
serger?
You can put another machine there.
Yeah, so-
Works really great. The way I have mine set up is, I'll have my iPad there, my cup of coffee, my bowl for all my clips.
Yes.
I clip everything. I don't pin anything.
Actually, a guy who quilts. Show them your quilt, Scott.
Well, this one's not mine. That's a project one we did here in the office. Let's talk about the lift mechanism.
Okay.
And we're going to come back to this insert that you can see that I'm removing. So the lift is a 3-position hydraulic lift. Now this cabinet here is available electric or hydraulic, and the lifts are all designed to have your machine in 3 different positions. Position 1, this is free arm. So if you're doing garment making, that pant leg, that shirt sleeve, also your embroidery module, and we'll talk about embroidery module storage in just a second, but that's where you're going to live, position 1. Position 2, this is where I live for quilting. So
Yes.
all of you quilters out there, when you're doing your piecing, what you're doing is you're bringing the deck of the machine level with the cabinet, so you're not having to fight your project coming over the cabinet and then up over your machine. You've got one flush surface, and then these acrylic inserts, these are custom made for the cabinet, for your machine. And what this insert then does, when your machine is in flatbed sewing, it fills all this space around the deck of your
Yes.
machine. So you've got one flush, even surface to work on and bring your projects all the
Yes.
way back. And then there's a mysterious 3rd position. I don't know if
The
anyone
storage position.
I don't know if anyone uses it.
Yes.
But if we did, if we put our machine away, we can put our machine all the way down into storage.
And
We
we
do
have-
have
A filler board.
a nice cover panel.
Yeah.
And now, again, you've got a fantastic work surface with the cover plate on there and your quilt leaf in the back. And then we've got the side extension. And so now we have, over 6 feet across and 5 feet in depth of work surface. How does that work out math-wise? 30 square feet-ish
Okay,
of work
good.
surface. that we now
Yes.
have available to us.
Yes.
Let's show embroidery storage and drawers, because we all need storage and drawers.
And we have to let them know that they're all beveled, rounded edges.
Ooh, good
so,
point.
you know, no bumping and bruising.
And you're not going to snag
Yes.
your projects on anything.
Correct.
Rounded
Yes.
corners. Great point.
I'm removing the panel here, the one that's supposed to hold your quilt.
Yep, so it's a great drawer cover.
Yeah, all the drawers fully extend and they all soft close.
And that top drawer does lock, all three
Yeah.
drawers.
And we
Second
do
drawer's
have-
got a large removable thread storage.
They all soft close. The bottom drawer is deeper. You can
Yes.
even hold a small serger.
And
And,
it's-
it has a floating rack here,
You got it.
shelving here. So yeah, just like your modern day kitchen drawer. So
And then right next to that, we've got a beautiful little alcove that's dual purpose.
yes,
Where Gladys is right now, so you've
There's
got,
kangaroo.
oh, there's pockets.
Yeah.
So you've got adjustable shelves. If you're not doing embroidery, if you are doing embroidery, those shelves do come out, and the Sydney cabinet is going to come with a nice soft foam pad, so that way you can pull the shelves out, you can rest your
Yes.
embroidery module on there. And there's actually hooks
yes,
in there as well to hang your embroidery hoops on.
yes,
So you've got an all-in-one, sewing destination to have your machine, have your projects, and you're up and sewing in under a minute. It's that dedicated space that gives
Yes.
you organization, work surface, and we have ergonomics by having that flatbed
Yes.
sewing, which is
Be kind to your wrist, you know,
Yes.
to be a good parent to your sewing machine because they're all ergonomically designed so users, sewers, quilters will sew longer and sew in comfort.
yes, we want comfortable
Yes.
sewing, and we want
Yes.
to take UFOs and turn them into gifts given. That should really be the
Yes.
slogan for Arrow, but no one will get behind me on that one. But I like that one. This is our Sydney Light, and this is part of our Kangaroo line. Our Kangaroo cabinets, they've got a lifetime warranty.
The lifts have a 5-year warranty, whether it's electric or hydraulic. And each lift of this XL lift is weighted to 65 pounds.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So it can carry all of the top of the line machines in the market.
Yes,
Yes.
the lifts they'll handle the weight and
The vibration.
the
to keep it
vibration.
stable, very steady. So
Another wonderful feature of the Kangaroo cabinets is the casters that the main body
Yes.
of the cabinet is on are heavy duty locking casters.
Yes.
So that way, two things. It does make the cabinets easy to move. At home, I keep my cabinet against the wall, and then when my wife and I are going to sew, we bring it out and bring the quilt leaf up. And then we
Yes.
fold it back because we're in my 19-year-old's bedroom, so we only have a little corner. So we have to, bring it out and put it back when we're done. But also those heavy-duty casters, they lock in place,
Yes.
and all that vibration, if you're sewing fast, if you've got a serger, all that
Yes.
vibration just goes right into the ground, which keeps the tension inside your embroidery hoop. Just to make sure we've got those nice
Yes.
clean stitches.
Yes.
Gladys, how can they get these cabinets?
Oh, they can order it from your local dealer. Just make sure that you can go to our website and check out the dealer locator. And if you order it, there are two ways. If you talk about shipping,
Yes.
you can have them shipped assembled.
Okay, so we've already gone over some of that information, so we're going to cut that one a little short. So Gladys, back up here. Hey, Gladys. So
Yes, thank you, Connor. I'm sorry if it's a little bit echoey. I'm in a parking structure.
no,
but-
you're good. I can
yes.
hear you perfect.
Okay.
Lots
There
of
are-
questions.
Yes.
They want to know if this can fit all the big machines. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes, that in the market, the Solarises, and I saw. I'm sorry, I can't address you by name. I saw all the questions. It kind of is abbreviated, but I saw all the questions. All of the top of the line machines are covered. The
saw- I
Creative
saw-
Puff Icon.
Yeah, the icon will fit in there. I think she said with the embroidery unit. So you never put the embroidery unit on when you put it in there and flat. That's
Yes.
for going in free motion. But then you
Yes.
lift up. I believe you saw in the second video. So throw your embroidery unit on, and you would do that. I love
Yes.
said about the vibration. I cannot say, you know, how big that is, and then getting a quality piece of furniture to be able to take that vibration in and make it a nice piece.
Yes. I did see Lois's question. How does the hydraulic stop at a position for a specific machine? Actually, you can adjust the height of the lift for the sewing position.
Got 20 minutes.
And there's it's in the instruction manual, and we do have videos how to do it. And then a brother 350, I don't even know. So there
So
was
the
a question. Yeah.
3550 will fit perfectly. It's the same size as the Brilliant, the same size as the Vesta, same size
Yes.
as that's the other one I sell. That's my top selling machine besides the Brilliant 3550,
Yes.
the basic one. So that'll fit in any of these three machines. Absolutely. Guys, I have my direct line up here, 877-306-2863. Save that in your phones. Put it there when you want to get a hold of me. You know,
Yes.
some people call the store, which is fantastic. I love talking about the store, but they close at 4. I'm going to pick up all the way till 9. People are in different time zones. There's all this stuff. So you can always go to me. If you don't have the questions, I don't have the answers, I'll get you on the phone with my mom, my team, anybody there. It's always good. Save
Yes.
that number, the Sold Online number. If you're local, you can always come to the store. But let's keep going.
I
That
want
is,
to address, yeah. So I think Linda asked if it will fit the Creative Icon one embroidery attachment. So it won't fit in the alcove area beside the lift. But Connor, we forgot to show the J rack. You can order a J rack. It's $199, right? And it's attached to the outer panel of the cabinet where you can hang an embroidery module of a FAF icon, a Janome M17. There is no system yet in the industry to store an embroidery module of the M17, but it will fit into the J rack. It's a very
so
simple, yeah.
so
You can
I
order it.
when we do the walk around and when we're done in 10, 15, 20 minutes, we're walking through the store. I don't know if I have that model on my floor, but I'll show you what she's talking about. And that she has the
Yes.
newest version of it. I might have it out there. I'll have something similar so you can understand. And when it really means I know here you guys talking about big sewing and embroidery combos, is what we're talking about. And it's a nice feature. So we'll show that out when we're walking the store after
Yes.
this.
And then Kim's question, Kim Kessler, I think, which one will fit an Altair 2 or Meridian? So the Kangaroo and Joey with the A7 opening will fit the Altair 2 or Meridian. All of the top of the line machines will fit into the Sydney Light. And then what is
Now,
the price difference between a hydraulic lift and an electric lift? Just $500,
yeah, and this
But
Sydney, by the way, the price, I don't think we said it. This is $23.99, right, for the base.
yes,
And if
yes.
depending if you want to add lifts and stuff, the price goes up on your add-on options. The base price is
Yes.
$23.99.
Yes. And then what is the cabinet with the largest opening? This is the one, the video you just saw. The Sydney or Sydney Light.
Yeah. And the best thing
Um,
is there's a lot of information out there. If you go to Arrow's website, download the holiday guide. It's really nice. I have these on my website, but I'm revamping and making my website better every day as we do these live streams. Either way, like I love to talk to you over the phone. If you call me, you can say, I have this machine. I can double check. I can call Gladys. I can make sure this is
yes,
for you. Gladys,
I
quick
know.
that I had
Yes,
is
yes.
the slide in tops to make it perfect around your machine is how much are those to make sure that it matches your machine and we can do free motion because those are all custom made.
Yes. So for the smaller opening, like the Kangaroo and Joey and the Bandicoot, that is $159. For the Sydney Light opening, which is our largest, it's $199. Sorry, 100. Yeah, $199. Just add. I don't know if you wanna. There's a $20 shipping. So
So free
Connor, it's up to you. Yeah.
free
So
shipping, no
yeah,
problem.
Connor sponsoring your shipping.
So remember, there's a free lamp, there's a free cutting mat, there's pressing mats in some of the packages. There's everything there. If you so does anyone make a stand-up cabinet? Arrow has a terrific stand-up cabinet. I'm actually sitting at one right now. They're also in the Sold Online videos. It's a nice large workspace cabinet that we use every day for all of our video
Yes.
presentations, and it has a crank system too, where I've seen these sewing cabinets for $5,000 go up and down. But like, I'm just leaving it every day. So if I crank it once, I don't need to spend $5,000. I'd be happy at the, base
Yes.
price of just, under 1,500 or so.
I
So
know.
Arrow has that. If you go to sewedonline.com and click cabinets, most of it's there. But I'm fixing that. I'm telling you, it's best for you to call me. If
Yes.
you need help, I can FaceTime you. I can talk. I want to know the model. I want
Yes.
the color you want. I want to know the size of your room. I want to know there's all these questions that go into finding sewing furniture. And it's very hard to research and do this all on your own using the internet. And that's why do your research, see this, watch videos, and call me and I'll help you point you in the right direction. Now,
Yes.
the next video
So,
is
yeah, and Stephen, there's a question by Sir Stephen F. Smith II. What is the cabinet with the largest opening? That is the one, the video you just saw. The Sydney light tables. Yeah, they have an opening of now I'm hitting blank. 30 and a half inches in length and 14 and a half inches in depth. Okay. I'm so sorry. I gotta go, but thank you
Hey,
for
hold on.
having
Is there
me.
anything you need to tell us? I'm going to play the Kookaburra video
Yeah.
now. Since you're going to be leaving, is there anything you want to say about that one?
No, except that Connor again is being generous. He's sponsoring the self-healing cutting mat and the ironing mat. That's how much was it? $300 in retail value. So thank you for having me, Connor. Have a good weekend, everyone. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks so
Okay.
much for hopping on.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And welcome back to Arrow Sewing. Hi, I'm Scott Ehart, Director of Sales. And
I am Gladys Tan, account manager for the East Coast. Thank you, Scott.
you are welcome. And today we have not a cabinet, but a cutting table. And it is actually my favorite piece of Arrow
Because you
furniture.
actually own one.
Because I have this one along with a cabinet and a storage caddy, but this is my absolute favorite because this is a workhorse. This is
Yes.
our Kookaburra cutting table, and the Kookaburra, what is so fantastic about this is it is work surface
Yes.
and storage
Yes.
and height.
Yes, so none of the woes you have working on a kitchen table. It is also the right height.
Yes, counter height
Kitchen
on this
counter
one.
height at 36 and a half inches tall.
Yes.
Yes.
And she goes really big, which we'll show in just a second. But the reason I love this so much is it's such an amazing work surface, which we'll open her up and then we'll show the different storage. But when you're not using it, especially for me, because my
Yes.
wife and I, we took over our 19-year-old's bedroom. She went to college, so we said, hey, we want natural light, so we're sewing in your room. When you're not using this, it is a really small footprint.
Yes.
It's only 20 inches by 40 inches, and just like all those kangaroo cabinets,
Yes.
it's on those heavy-duty casters.
Yes.
So this cabinet you can turn and push up against a wall when you're not using it. But let's show the fun
Yes.
stuff. Let's open it up.
Okay. Yes,
So-
it has a wingspan of 6 feet once opened up.
Yes, you've got these two giant leaves on the side. And the nice thing too, depending on your surface, if you don't need both of these up, you don't have to put them both up. You've got two gate legs on
Yes.
both sides that support the leaves.
Yes.
And when this is fully open, we went from 20 by 40 to how big?
6 feet by 3 feet. 6
Golly.
feet by 3 feet.
A
and
little
the
bit
gate-
more than 3 feet because we're 40 inches, so
Oh.
we're almost 3.5
Sorry
feet.
about that. Yeah.
That's math.
I
Inches,
don't have my cue
feet,
cards.
conversions. Who wants to do conversions? That's like how
Yes.
I sew, right? I don't measure twice and cut once. I cut about 4 times because I only measured once. So
Yes.
we've got 40 by 70
Yes.
when she's fully open. And what about these corners?
They're
Gladys?
rounded. Oh, my favorite part. No bumping and bruising.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had my share of bruises from sharp edges. So, yes, they're very well made. They're beveled. And also, Scott, the gate legs, so each leaf has 2 gate legs. They're weight-bearing gate legs.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can have a
put
second
another
machine. You can put a good amount of weight on these because
legs,
these
yes.
legs are out here on the side, so they're supporting all the weight. And this cabinet does come with a
its
cutting
own
mat.
cutting mat.
Yes.
And it's the exact right size for this table. You know,
yes.
that's what I love about Arrow, that they always come up with a cutting mat, ironing pad that matches the table.
We
It's not
try
like-
to think of all
Yes,
the things.
yeah.
And you know, same thing that we just talked about, rounded corners on the cutting mat too. And this cutting mat, it is a self-healing cutting mat, and it matches the table exactly. So the cutting mat's 40 by 70. The measurement grid on here is 67 by 37. And again, self-healing cutting mat. Just, you know, make sure you scoot down on that 2.5, that 5.
Yes.
Don't use the same line every time. And when you're done cutting, all you do is take a little microfiber, wipe it off. It pulls all those little
Yes.
strings out of your cut
Yes.
mark, and that way it heals up nice.
It does come with an ironing mat too, Scott.
We
Yes.
do have the pressing pad, the
pressing
Ironmatic
pad,
pressing
yes.
pad, which is a fantastic, extra little feature. Because the great thing is the heat doesn't go through. It's absolutely
Yes.
amazing. So you can iron right on the cabinet surface with the Ironmatic cutting pad.
Yes. So it's a multi-purpose table.
Let's show storage.
Yes.
What do we
Which
have
we
in
have-
front?
Front we have 4 extension drawers, and they all soft close. Yeah, you can hide all your notions, your fat quarters, and there are 4 drawers. Actually, the bottom one is now the same size as
Yes,
equal
yeah,
sizing.
all
Yeah.
equal sized drawers. And then on the other side, but wait, there's more.
Yes.
So this cabinet, again, all the Kangaroo cabinets are on these heavy-duty locking
Lockable
casters on the main body, and then the gate legs are on the traditional casters. On the, I don't know if I'd call it the back side, the back, the front, the other side.
The other side.
On
Yes,
the other side of the
reverse.
cabinet, you have adjustable shelves.
Yes. So,
and-
yes, I remove all these. They're removable and manually adjustable.
Yep, so there are, gosh, I think there's like 50 different peg holes there to really
Yes.
set those shelves up. However is going to work best for, your different storage needs. I just started using the big AccuQuilt Bobs, and the great thing is, with the way we have our setup at home is we just have the top shelf in there, and then you can store your bobs, your rulers, all those long things that are tough to have a place for. Now we have a
Yes.
place that we can store them vertically and still have shelf storage and still have drawer storage on the
yes.
side. And then when we're not using it, let's fold her up so that way we
Yes.
can see again how small the kookaburra gets.
So it is a multi-purpose table for cutting, ironing, and whatnot, crafting,
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
and for storage too.
And just like that,
Yeah.
we're
it
back
is-
down to 20 by 40. And then, like I said, with it being on those heavy duty casters, if you need to turn her sideways, push her up against the wall. She gets really small, really quick.
Yes.
Kangaroo line, just like our Kangaroo cabinets, lifetime warranty on
Yes.
this cabinet. Mat's not going to go anywhere. Everyone always asks, Scott, what do you do with the mat? So at home, I actually have the mat against the wall, and then I keep the
Yeah.
kookaburra pressed up against the wall.
Yes.
Lifetime warranty on this cabinet.
Yes.
What colors is this one available in?
They're available. This is gray, and we also have them in white finish and teak finish.
So we got all 3 color
Yes,
choices. So
yes.
the perfect thing about the kookaburra is no matter what cabinet you already have at home, when you're adding that color table, you're going to have the color to
Yes,
match.
Yeah. And I love this table, Scott. It's the right height for me for cutting. I'm not straining my shoulder, nor am I straining my neck. It's the perfect height.
Absolutely.
Yes. Prevent You said frustration-free assembly. It's also injury-free table.
Yeah, with rounded corners and the correct height, those ergonomics just happen naturally. So as
Yes.
Gladys loves to say, we can sew in comfort to sew longer.
Longer,
So kookaburra, we talked about colors, we talked about warranty. So this cabinet, how can you receive it?
Okay, so everybody, you can call me at 877-306-2863. If you call me now, it might be a little awkward because the phone's going to ring and I got to talk to you, so I can't get that. But the cutting table, I believe, is 1,199. God, sorry, I had to get that out. They're awesome. It's a great. I mean, the cutting tables were always $1,800, $2,500, so it's a great deal. You do get a free cutting mat with that. Sometimes those are literally $400. There's a pressing mat, you get that, so another $300 value. I am doing free shipping right now as well, so it's huge. The rest of today is going to be more fun, where we're just going to show you embroidery fun. Basically, we're getting tons of machines in. The new Radiance is here. Michelle's out there teaching, inspiring, and being what Michelle's awesomeness of every day. So I'm going to switch it over to them. I know my sister just grabbed some giveaways. We're going to do that. I know Steph is going to jump on IQ. I think we got some basketballs and volleyballs that they're embroidering on. I just said that. How could you possibly embroider on a basketball or a volleyball? Doesn't make sense. Well, we're going to show you how. Everybody, just remember, if you call that number, I'm always available pretty much 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, so I can make everyone's time zones work. There's great deals. Gladys was awesome, but now let's go have some fun. And I'm going to be bringing Bailey out, and we're going to actually be showing you more of Bailey, and we're going to see how many Baileys can fit in each hoop. So let's switch this over to Michelle and go from there. Hey, Michelle, what's up?
Hey, how are you, everybody? How's everybody doing? Are you done with your Christmas shopping, your holiday shopping?
No, they're shopping right now. So
That's
we're not,
right.
I
Good,
hope
good for
I
you.
hope we can get some deals going today and
There we go.
everything. And I bet you got some deals and stuff happening in the store. So
I do.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure
switch
they're
it
out
over to
there. I know
you.
Jan will tell you about them too.
Awesome. I'm gonna switch over to you, and I'm gonna come by you and come.
Perfect. Perfect. So maybe it was even last week, we had somebody say, all I want to do is put a name on the end of a blanket, whether it be a cuddle or a blanket, and I have this embroidery machine and I need to do something real quick. So I'm going to show you how to put an easy name on the bottom of a blanket or a bottom of a cuddle blanket. So my grandson's name is Leo. Okay. So all I did was I went to my embroidery machine, and it could be any embroidery machine because most of them have built-in fonts. So his name is Leo. I went and I found a font that I liked, and I put his name in the machine, and I spaced it out a little bit. And in order for me to find out if it was big enough, I did a test, and I just did a test on some plain white fabric, and I made a test with the thread that I wanted to use. Okay. But I also did it in the size hoop that I was going to use. So let's see how many Baileys it takes to put in a 6x10 hoop. So let's take a look over there.
So this is a 6x10, which is smaller. This is going in your Meridian, so there's much bigger
Right.
ones that go in this machine. But
Right.
this is the hoop size I recommend everyone to get. That's why for everyone who's just getting back sewing, 3550 is our most popular selling machine because I get you a 6x10 hoop, which is normally 3,800, and it's on sale for 2,500. 23, you still call now. But this is huge. So let's see, how many little Baileys can we fit in here? Because we got lots of machines. So I'm gonna see.
She's so little.
That's
my
one.
goodness. Oh my gosh.
That's two. I say there's two Baileys. Now we're gonna go with two on this one.
Two Baileys in a 6x10.
Two Baileys.
Two Baileys.
And we're gonna measure
my
more
goodness.
hoops through this live stream.
Oh
so
my goodness.
I'll
You're
check
hilarious.
back with you guys in a little bit.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So if my machine is a 6x10, I'm going to use a 6x10 hoop. And all I did was take a piece of fabric, I put it in my hoop, but I want to use a stabilizer that is going to serve my cuddle fabric. Now, this is cuddle fabric. This is something I am not going to hoop. So I want to use a stabilizer that's going to hold down my cuddle without it being hooped. So we're going to use two different stabilizers. So the first one we're going to use is called, now this happens to be Floriani that we're using today. This is called Wet and Gone Tacky. So it's got a shiny side, okay? And it kind of looks almost like a little bit of a grid, and it almost looks like fibrous. But what we're going to do is we're going to hoop that stabilizer only in the hoop. Okay, so just this Wet and Gone Tacky. This is a water soluble stabilizer. So I take the stabilizer and I hoop it with the shiny side up. And then I have a pin around here somewhere. Here we go. And I'm going to score it all the way around. Okay. Not enough to go all the way through the stabilizer, but just to score it. Then I take the pin and I pop that stabilizer up and I pull it up. And do you see how I'm pulling up that paper? Okay. And I throw this part away. Okay. And look what I have. I got a sticky stabilizer right here. This will wash away when I am all done doing the embroidery. Okay. So the first time I did this, I just put a piece of white fabric in. I put my fabric on top of this sticky back wash away. I did my stitching. It was the size I wanted it to be. And then I just kind of cut it out. All right. And then I prepped my cuddle fabric. So what I did, I found the corner that I wanted my cuddle fabric, where I want Leo's name to be. And this went up maybe about 10 inches up this way. And then I drew 10 inches this way. And then I connected, so I had the corner. Okay. Now you can go up as high as you want. Then I just connected and basically made a grid so I knew exactly where the center was. When I did this sample, I also drew where the center of Leo was, so that when I cut my sample, I was able to lay this down right on top of it. I pinned it so I know where I want the word Leo to go. All right, does that make sense? Any questions on this so far? Are we good? Following along?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, when I have the word Leo in my machine, no matter what machine I'm using, I want to make sure I have my cuddle blanket and my word, the name I put in the right orientation. I don't want to have Leo this way and my blanket this way. Okay, so double check. Okay. So all I did was pin my sample on here, and I'm going to move this off to the side for the moment. And I'll tell you about that other stabilizer here in a second. But this one is a tacky and it's a water soluble. So after we are done doing our embroidery, I'm going to be able to pull my cuddle blanket off. I'm going to get rid of any excess stabilizer, and then I'm going to be able to put it in some cool water, and all this excess stabilizer is going to go away, and I won't have any trace of it at all. So, and I'll tell you about the other stabilizer here in a second. So once I have this ready to go for my actual stitching, I'm going to move this over. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We need to find the center of this hoop. Okay. So I have a little ruler here, and I should have a pen around here somewhere. Got to be around here somewhere. Oh, there. Thank you very much, Abby. So I take a ruler, and do you see these marks on the hoop right here and here? I'm just going to take a ruler and I'm just going to mark a line right on my stabilizer. I'm going to make a mark this way too. Okay. This gives me the center of my hoop. All right. I'm going to put that aside. Now I'm going to take my corner of my design and I'm going to lay it down matching my marks that I did on the cuddle. So I'm going to fold this over. See how I'm going to mark this here? Just kind of eyeball this a little bit. I'm just going to lay this right on top there. Lay this here. Now, every embroidery machine could be a little different. You may have a embroidery machine that has a projector on it. So you can certainly project the name right on your hoop so that you know exactly where it's going to be. And all I'm doing is pressing down on the cuddle fabric on top of that sticky stabilizer. I don't want to stretch anything because I don't want that to pucker after I'm done with the embroidery. I can also lift up the cuddle and reposition if I need to. Okay. I want to remove my pins because I certainly don't want my embroidery foot to hit anything. Okay. And I can see I'm pretty darn close. I've got a straight shot all the way down. Okay, it's right there. And then this way, I've got my arrows going all the way across this way. Okay. When I loaded my name into the machine, I made sure it was right in the center. Okay. And so when I load the design or when I put the design in, it's right in the center of the hoop. And I know Leo is right in the center of the hoop here. So now I'm going to put this in the machine. Let me get rid of these stabilizers because we don't need these in the way. I also use pre-wound bobbins for this meridian. I just use a class 15 pre-wound bobbin. It works beautifully. I'm going to put my hoop in. And do you notice most of my cuddle blanket is off to the left? Because I don't need all this stuff over here. Let's get it off to the left so we don't have any excess trying to hang up on us. So I'm going to put the hoop into the machine, slide it in, lock it down. See how I just locked it down? Now I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. All right. And everything is nice and flat and ready to go. And I'm going to use one more stabilizer. Because this is such a heavy, dense satin stitch on here, I'm going to use a water-soluble topper. And I'm going to use 2 layers. This is called a water-soluble, literally just a topper. It almost looks like saran wrap, okay? I'm going to take off my sample because I don't need this anymore. Everything is right where it needs to be. But this topper, when I put it on here, I'm going to lay it down. I can pin this down. I can tape it down, whatever I need to do. But this is going to help keep this heavy stitching on top of the nap of the fabric. That way it washes away when it's all done. And it's going to keep these beautiful stitches right on top of the nap of that cuddle fabric. So I have everything is ready to go. I'm going to put the foot down. And do I have it threaded? Oh, I need to put my thread, my needle. How cool is that, right? And then we're going to get started. Now, if I want, I could kind of scoop this up if I want. I can kind of keep an eye on things. And I'm just going to hit go. It's going to move at the beginning. And it's going to do my stitching for me. Now, it's okay if this moves around a little bit, it puckers a little bit. It's because I don't have it taped down, but it's not going to hurt anything underneath it.
What needle are you using?
This one, because it's a cuddle fabric, I like to use a stretch needle with this fabric. If it was a cotton fabric, I love to use the Microtech needles. So we're gonna let this stitch out. And we're going to show you a couple other things because it'll take about 8 minutes for that to stitch out. All right. So why don't we go take a look at some of the things that are happening in my class? All right. So Abby, we're going to head over to the back over there.
Awesome.
All right.
These are all Floriani stabilizers.
All Floriani, wet and gone tacky,
The
and
water's
the
wet and gone.
topper.
And the wet and gone tacky. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna go in the back there in a second. Let me grab Mary Ann for a second. Yeah, Mary Ann.
These ladies are all sewing today.
Mary, can you just keep an eye on this for me? Oh, sure. For a little bit? Sure. Just because there's a lot of cuddle over here. Okay. It's gonna just stitch out Leo for me. Okay. Okay. And we'll be back. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a seat. Thank you, thank you. Have a seat, relax. Okay. All right. I want to introduce, this is Stella. You're pretty much brand new coming here, aren't you? So she called the other day. She is doing a Hawaiian applique quilt. It's a reverse applique, isn't it? A reverse, like, so you're gonna have a colored underneath. Correct. And you have the white fabric on top. Correct. And so she's kind of grabbing our tables because of the space, okay? And she's in the process of just starting to base the quilt layers together, so that you can start, you got a lot of cutting out and basing to go at first, right? So how long have you been sewing for?
Since 1988.
And this is your favorite part? Do you like quilting the most?
Yes.
Very cool. Well, we're excited that you decided to join us today. Thanks for being here. So remember the shawls that they showed you for the easy Christmas gifts, or I think we did this maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So Corinne is making one this week. So this was our sample. So look at this beautiful fabric that she's using. So her daughter cannot watch this video because this is for her for Christmas, right? Right? Now, Corinne decided this is her outside, but you're using a satin,
Yeah.
right? For the inside. So let's take a look and see what she's doing. Excuse me. So you bought this for the inside, right?
Right.
How pretty is that gonna be?
Wow.
Just gorgeous. And she'll never, I mean, you could put this in any department, upscale department store and have that sold there. She's gonna love it. We need pictures of it when she puts it on, right?
Right.
Cool. And then Lisa's here. She's doing the Zephyr quilt. Now, remember, I think you were on last week, weren't you?
Probably.
And you have all your blocks done. So this is the Zephyr quilt that she's working on. And she decided to go with the violets and the purples, and it's just stunning. So I bet you week or two, you'll have the whole thing put together, right? And you're working on the M6, the Continental M6 today.
Yeah.
So very cool machine, great machine for quilting. You've got that throat space that makes quilting so much easier.
But, wait a minute. Lisa also owns an embroidery machine. What'd you do with my sweatshirt? She owns an embroidery machine that's got the IQ Design Center in it. And she brought in this cool sweatshirt that I took out front to show you because that's next. But tell them what you said. She watches all the classes or does all the classes.
I've been coming for 3 years to the IQ classes and the embroidery classes, not because of the projects, but because the skills I learned are what enabled me to then do the individual projects.
Mhm.
And I also have an embroidery and quilting business. And so all the techniques I can use to apply to fully custom things that I'm.
Yeah.
So tell her what you made. She made a sweatshirt, or just can
So,
you say it out
so
loud?
I'm a physical therapist, and I made a physical therapy sweatshirt using photo images and importing them into my machine of crutches and canes and walkers, and all the tools that we use for my physical therapy assistant for Christmas.
It is a one of a kind.
I wanted to show it to you next,
Yeah,
but I
it's
didn't.
gorgeous.
So pretty cool, huh?
Very
But that's the
gorgeous.
whole thing. You know, if you, and a lot of those are on Sold Online. But no matter what, if you're local, get in here because the show and tell, you can learn more about things than anything sometimes to do. How are you doing?
I don't know if anybody has ever seen this. Connie, can you guess what this is? It's a guitar pick holder. I have never seen one. I walked over, I'm like, what is this for? And it's the guitar pick.
This was thanks to Stephanie.
I'm like, my son-in-law, I mean, plays the guitar. I would have never thought this would even be available.
And I make.
But
them
how
a
cool is
cover
this?
now. There's a cover that goes over this so that you just, and you can put more pages in it.
How
Wow.
cool is that?
So this is a.
Okay, now I got my grandkids playing guitar.
Yeah, and it's cork.
I did the core.
So you guys designed the design?
No, she told me, this is from Off With Their Threads. It's one of those.
But this is Stephanie's got to create that. I bet you she could create that
Oh, I'm sure.
in IQ.
But Stephanie mentioned it. She wrote it down for me. She goes, check it out. And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta
Look
do that.
how,
Well, you can buy the design too, right online.
I
yeah,
did. That's what I
exactly.
did.
To wear, just tell them.
Off With Their Threads.
Is that the name of the
And
company?
it's the guitar pick holder.
Wow.
Off with
So-
their
and I
threads.
got all these
Off with
little
their threads.
pieces of cork
Go
left
take a look.
over from
I
my.
hate to tell you, but I can go put that into my embroidery machine in about 3 minutes and have done too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably
How
buy the designs
crazy is
cheaper.
that? I've never even heard of that.
Me neither.
That's
but
just ingenious. Just
See, we
ingenious.
already got our list for next year.
Right? We have to start on it though on the 26th
Yeah.
of this month.
Yeah.
Do we want to show them a tease for everything embroidery, which is next weekend?
And they want me to show IQ, but you go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. And then we're going to show them those baseballs and basketballs. So just a quick tease. So the theme next weekend is going to be working with Mylar. If you haven't worked with Mylar, it's a cool product and it's a very clear, shiny, iridescent. It's almost a very thin, I don't want to say it's not like a wax paper. It's almost like a cellophane. And
We'll
it,
teach you all the tricks next week.
yeah, and it takes
See what
on
I
the
did?
color of the thread that you use.
We got tricks to show you, so this will be next Saturday, right?
Yep, yep. So let's go check
They
out
wanna show
those.
me these IQs over here.
Okay, let's go do
let's
that.
go this way. Then you're gonna go to the balls?
Yep.
Okay, we'll come back and check on you. If you have the design center, you'll hear me harp about it all the time. Because just like Lisa said, she never liked making this bag. But if you would have took the class, you would have quilted it, you would have used candle wicking, you would have put a zipper in your hoop, you would do all of this. It's not so much that you want an Avenger pillow. That isn't it. The point is, how do you do that and how do you adjust all this? And how do you do this where we're using it over a snuggle fabric? So these are the kind of things you can design anything you want. We can certainly design that guitar pick thing. So that'll be really, really cool to be able to do. So the classes are on Sew It Online. We do them in the store on a monthly basis. Okay, Michelle, we're coming back. Did you finish?
Yeah, we always put Leo. So I just took the hoop out, and this is that wash away stabilizer. You just peel it out,
Oh, goodness.
okay? And you can use a pair of tweezers to just pick off this. And this is the wash away, or I'm sorry, this is the friction marker, so that'll go away with heat. Just make sure you use a applique pressing sheet so that goes away. And any of this stabilizer that's still in there will go away with water. And to take it off of this, I'm just going to peel this away. And we're going to undo the hoop. Now to utilize this stabilizer, okay, I'm going to leave it in the hoop here for a second. I can actually, see, I'm going to poke a hole in this right here.
Scissors.
All right, I'm going to just, yeah, let's do that. And I can just cut around here. I want to make sure I don't cut my blanket.
Okay, so she's saving the stabilizer now. It's not cheap stuff.
Right. And I'm just kind of cutting a hole in my stabilizer.
So I suspect you're gonna go surge around this, and Leo's getting a present for Christmas.
Pretty quick.
I bet.
Okay. So then, yeah, so this is going to come off. So I can just soak this and this will all come off and that'll all go away. And then this here, I'm going to press this so these lines will come off and this will go off and this is ready to go. But do you see how nice those stitches stay on top of the nap of the cuddle? And then this stabilizer here, I can use again. All I have to do is put another piece of this Wet and Gone tacky. I take the paper off of it. So take maybe like a 5x8 piece, take the paper off of it, stick it on the back, and I can reuse the stabilizer without taking a whole big piece all over again. Because this is, like you said, it's not cheap stabilizer.
Yeah, and then this is gonna stay hooped. See, this
Yep.
part is double, so even if you take it off and go do something else, you'll be able to come back and hoop right around there, fill
And
this
stick
in
it
and
right
keep
in.
on going.
And I've done this at least 5 or 6 times. Patch the hole over and over again.
Yeah.
So just keep it. Don't ruin that. But why don't we go check out those baseballs?
Okay, let's go check. Come on.
They're so fun. So fun.
Okay.
I did the muted mic thing again, okay? As they walk over, I'm going to show you something, okay? Now, everyone on here is I wish I was closer. I wish I was this. And what we did is understand what is sold online, what is soldonline.com. This is sold online. This is an app, and you can go here, and I filmed all these courses, okay? And there's usage. And I believe the only people in the world that when you buy a machine from us online at soldonline.com, because everyone can't get to Pins and Needles. Pins and Needles has all these classes and education. There might be someone to buy a machine online or like our other people besides us, but they don't educate you like us. And that's why we developed this app. And we've been filming for 7 years. So we have all these courses and everything to bring the same inspiration that you'd find in our sewing store to the whole world because you can't drive to us. Or, hey, I'm local, but I don't feel like driving right now, Connor. It's cold out. That's why we're doing these live streams. That's why we're doing webinars. And that's why we built the app. Okay. So the app is sold online. You can get to it at soldonline.com, which is our e-commerce division of our company. And there you can buy the machines if you're not local. You can talk to us, and we provide education video lessons for when you purchase and go through that. They have in there a lot of information, like embroidery. What you're about to see, I have a webinar in there in the membership. She has a ton of things. Mary, am I updating? That's the number one thing I have to do is get those IQ classes updated of all of her past one in PDFs. There's PDFs in this. People that are part of my membership are saying, Connor, you're missing this. Connor, you're missing that. Please bring them to my attention because I've rebuilt this site over and over. We finally have an amazing platform that's working and it's not causing any problems. Now, the reason I want to tell you all this right now before we go back to them is this membership is $147 for a year. And next year, I have more plans than you could ever imagine. Okay. Michelle is coming on board to do more about Sold Online than anything. There's my friend Anne Marie. Okay. Anne Marie came in here, bought a serger, and she went in and learned all the serger videos before she even got to usage class. And now she can come to usage with questions rather than just starting. And we have it in there, all these classes in there. And it's not just teaching you how to use your machine. It's a lot of inspiration and fun. And I have other educators coming in, flying in to film for us for Sold Online next year. Michelle is coming on board to go more. Can you be a member if you don't purchase the machine from you? Absolutely. It's $147. Now, at the end of the year, my price goes up to $197. If you're at $147, you're locked in $147 yearly. I'm never going to raise it on you. But there's a bigger than that. There's a Beyond the Basics course. There's a Applique Block of the Month course, Serger Confidence course, Free Motion course, Garment Sewing with Patty Otto. I have all these like 8 or 9 courses that are all I've sold for like $100 each just for the course. and I'm including them. So you're getting $1,000 bonus packages of courses. But I'm talking too much. I wanted to say that, is there? Deb Marcus, is there on the Victory Surger? I have some on the Victory. I can email you. I filmed another video over the Victory, but for the Victory Surger, the usage is the Surger Confidence course. You go through that, you will learn everything about that Surger you've ever imagined. And next year it's going to be crazy. MC Caddy 58. I'm not sure your name is because of the username, but I'm pretty sure I know you. I will get you that angel design after this. Go to sewedonline.com, message it, say, Connor, send me the angel design. I will get you that today. I got to upload that. Is there? I'm talking too much. Let's go back to them. All right, Michelle. Here.
How are you guys? All right. So Mary Hostetler is a phenomenal instructor, and she's the one that teaches these sports balls. So look at the stitching that is done not only on the baseball, but the softball, the basketball, excuse me. Of course, you got to go live and it happens, right? Look at Nordonia Knights, Pope number 17. Okay. My granddaughter's a Nordonia Knight. I'm so excited for her. Look at the baseball, the softball. You can customize this with the person's name, the person's jersey number, the year, the school. You can do the colors of the school. You can even do a football, a volleyball, soccer ball. I cannot tell you the tricks that she does because it is just incredible.
Towards the ceiling.
I know. I don't know if you can see, look at that basketball, but you would never know that people are looking at these things like, how did you do that? When I gave my granddaughter her Nerdonia Night one, they were like, and it still works. I'm like, don't you ever take it outside and bounce it again. But it's on her dresser. It's hers. It's customized. Talk about the winner, game changer, Christmas present, birthday present, you name it.
Baby shower.
Exactly. Maybe it's the coach's, thank you gift at the end of the season. You can't beat these gifts. But this is embroidery. Who would have thought that you can do this? And she's going to teach you how to do that. Look at even the stitching is custom to the color of the team. It's beautiful work. These machines can handle it. So check these out. You can't beat them. It's just a whole new level of embroidery. These machines are not your, I don't know, 50 years ago when we had like cute little embroidery designs. It's so much more than that. And we're going to keep teaching you things. And we do need to say happy birthday to Mary because today's her birthday. She's a wonderful. So let's move over. Jan's got all kind of things to show you.
Okay. Did everybody meet Bailey?
Yeah.
I bet you they want another peek, though. This is Bailey.
It's amazing.
She's only 11 weeks old. It's not even 2 pounds.
I keep saying she looks like a stuffed animal.
And he won't let any of us touch.
She's too young
Not
still.
even grandma, that stinks. Okay, let's take a look here real quick. I know we're taking up a lot of your time. We have a new machine. The new Radiance is here. It is absolutely phenomenal. What it does, we'll show you in a few minutes. My point is you can buy the trade-ins with full 100% warranty.
Mom, these can't be trade-ins. This is a Solaris. This is almost a new machine. Looks too new.
Well, just because they had it a year ago and then they want to buy the new one,
They had it a year ago. That must not even have a lot of stitches.
they're all in good shape.
And these come with the same warranty?
It's a brand new one.
As the same warranty, the techs have cleaned them, go through them. They're supported by us. And these all can be shipped. There's for local, it's there, but I can ship all these on here. And you're going to get this was $20,000 and you're not even paying close to that on the Solaris. And you can finance these even though they're used.
And if you are thinking about upgrading, maybe you want that IQ designer, just give us a call and we can go over them all with you. It'll be a little easier, but look up the Solaris. It's got a camera built into it. This guy right here sold for $3,700. it's gonna be way less than half. So there's full 6x10 embroidery. My Destiny, that has a camera built in it, plus the IQ designer. And look how big of a hoop you get.
Look at the
How
hoop
many-
size is everything.
How many
okay?
Baileys?
How many Baileys can we go in this hoop? Okay, so this hoop size is very similar to the newer machines. Meridian Altera, I believe, have the same hoop size. This was the biggest hoop size back in the day, and look how many we could fit in here. One,
Okay, so
two,
scarf.
three,
Was doing, we could have done a
4, and it's pretty much 5. 5 Baileys in that hoop.
So I have a gal that makes these scarves with 2 buttonholes here and 1 buttonhole here. And how it works is it slips through her buttonhole. They're big buttonholes. So I taught her how to put buttonhole, 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 buttonhole. We did the first one, flip the scarf back, put the next one down, flip the scarf back. Did them in no time at all.
Okay, so we now call us on the price for the Destiny, okay, or come in, either one, But this machine right here was 15,000 new, okay. This size hoop today, I think you're spending 85, 10, 5 to get this size hoop, and this isn't even close to this price.
Less than half.
Unbelievable through the service and everything. Serger. That's pre-loved too. Someone got it. Went through Michelle's classes. Michelle taught them so well. They got so excited. They traded in and they wanted to go to the next level Serger.
Okay.
It's a lot of times this is happening in 6 to 8 months. These are not a lot of use.
Okay, I also have, especially for you local folks, I have pretty much brand new Berninas. I have brand new Fobs. So I have a lot of machines to compare about.
These are traded in.
Yeah.
Or they couldn't came from a show or barely used.
This traded in, they wanted to go one up. So, that's just.
A lot of times
What
they
we do.
haven't put
Come on,
very
let's
much
go.
use. They just change their mind and direction. Let's keep going.
Yes. So I have to, play dumb. Okay. So remember.
Oh,
you have
Mom,
to
what are these?
that thing.
These
More.
can't be more pre-loved. That doesn't make sense.
Sure.
This looks brand new.
They're a cream of the crop shape. If I'm giving a full warranty on them, they're in cream of crop.
This Workhorse 9450, and that new model is $6,000, and that one is not even close to that.
It's a sweet machine.
That one insane. Call on these. Same with these Berninas up here.
Okay, let's take a look up here. We got Steph.
I thought we were gonna go to the mini quilter. Let's go do that before we go to stuff.
Mini quilter, I have your Arrow cabinet all set up and ready to go for you.
Okay.
It is beautiful over here.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, when it came.
Probably the hottest gift for anybody has been this mini quilter. Now, what it is you're using your own sewing machine. And a quilter like this just sits on top of your dining room table. So a couple weeks ago, I might have showed you the big Rebel and the Breeze. It's for a bigger machine. This one is only a spot on to go this size. But let me tell you, when you do your free motion, watch. You see how I don't have any pressure on my shoulders? How I'm just able to go? Normally you're having to hold that fabric and move around that fabric and everything. I'm just able to fly. All you're using is your machine with your foot control. So there isn't anything extra except just the quilter. So if you started doing this and you got your arms going, you're going like this, and then you get mad and you say, I don't do it right. This thing's going to make a big difference to you because it's holding it extremely tight for you and makes it simple. To move it, all we have to do is unclamp this.
Yeah, we do.
There's a tool to help you to unclamp it, move your quilt down, and keep on going. But if you're struggling with free motion,
I don't know.
this will make a big difference to you. I don't want anybody struggling because the amount of
See, I went from a really.
quilt creating we're doing with free motion and face painting and painting on our fabric is becoming very, very, very strong art again. I showed you last month some of the gorgeous things next door. that we will be doing classes on with you. So it's a mini quilter is what it's called. It's on sale right now for $2.99. It's a deal.
Call us at the sold online number that was up there that I had to save. Soldonline.com. I can get you on the phone with anyone in the store. I can answer most of your questions.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Bailey might be able to say hi. You know, we'll see. So let's go. Keep going.
I know. That's why he can't see the emails or nothing. So that's why he don't know.
Hi, Steph.
Now, Steph, what is this machine?
I know. Oh no, I'll send this is the brother Luminaire.
We talked about this, but
Okay.
nobody got to see it. So
Okay.
make sure you show 'em.
Now, if I'm right, although this machine is being replaced with the Radiance,
And this one's the Avenir because it's brother.
the Avenir,
Yes.
okay, we still have this floor model. We have trade-ins.
Yep.
And I have 3 new in the box in the back. I'm probably the only dealer in the world where you could still get this machine brand new if you wanted at the price that is probably 45% off what you would normally have paid. So you can call us on that. So Steph, let's see what you got.
So I'm talking IQ today, and speaking of IQ, one of my gals next door, her name's Lisa. She actually completed this sweatshirt. She did a lot of the pieces in IQ, and she's got this going for like a doctor's office, but she created a lot of these from original line art within IQ.
It's the physical therapy one we were talking about.
Yeah. Really cool stuff. And she was saying that she really doesn't necessarily like the projects that I make in IQ, which, you know, they're hit and miss. You never know what I'm going to come up with. So this little snowman plush pillow, he's losing his little hat though. He is what I made in December. Now I make different things all throughout the year. This will be on Sewed Online here once we get this filmed, but you're always going to get different techniques and different instructions. So I'm not doing an IQ club in January, but what I am doing is my all-day thread painting workshop. So if you guys are not familiar with thread painting, you might be in the sewing world because we've had Joyce Hughes in here a lot for thread painting with your standard sewing machine in free motion mode. Well, I'm doing that a little bit differently, and I'm taking a picture, and this picture is from the Brother Prip Moda and little doggo picture. I'm going in and I'm adding in details. And this one's only been hooped and scanned a couple of times, but you can do more. So this one I'm doing, there again, more samples for class. And this one's only been hooped a couple of times too. Now the one underneath that you guys have seen in all the promotional pictures, this one's pretty much finished. And this one's been probably rehooped about 7 or 8 times. And I kind of left the background kind of dull. And I really did more of the focus on the flowers just because they're going to really stand out. So what I've got is more stuff underneath here to show you that it's not just florals. It's not just your dog. It's everything. So these are 2 smaller pictures. So this one I took at Epcot last year. Pretty cool looking. You can see, yeah, you can see all the detail of all the flowers. This thing does do incredible detail on the printer. I also might have this one that we're working on. We might know who this is, just maybe, but this one might just get framed with a little bit of simple, maybe a little bit of trapunto. It might not get much at all. But if you guys are not familiar with how I do the thread painting, right now I've got this just hooped. And if I go in here, slide the hoop in, go to either My Design Center or IQ Designer, either way. We're going to go in and I'm going to image scan. So when I image scan, it's going to take a picture of what's in the hoop and it's going to pop up on the screen. Now, this is a pretty cute dog, and I think I might have to change and maybe do a picture of Bailey because I think we have a winner for cutest little pup right now. So we might need one of Bailey going on. She's pretty cute.
Is this the same size as the Destiny hoop?
This is not the same size as the Destiny hoop. The Luminaire hoop is just the same size as the Solaris. It is 10 5/8 by 16. So how many Baileys are we going to fit in the hoop?
All right, so this is the Luminaire Solaris hoop, as
Yep.
Steph said, and the Radiance is even bigger than this.
The Radiance is bigger, so we'll get to the Radiance here in a moment
It's
because
all
they got it
about
ready to go.
hoop sizes when you come to embroidery. That's when I have you starter sewists coming back to me. Maybe I sewed as a kid. I'm ready to get a new machine. I talk to you on the phone all the time. We have 6x10 is where we want to be. 6x10 minimum. Now we go all the way up here. Many people come in and get a 6x10, and they don't grow out of it. If you get 4x4, you trade on up within 6 months. It happens all the time. But I give you all your money back on that trade up within 6 months with our policy. So let's see how many Baileys. Bailey, how many?
She just shake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I kind of squeezed that in. It was probably 4 or 5. 7, 8.
All right.
8 Baileys in there. Hoop size is everything, but my point of that is you can get that Destiny over there, and it's got a giant hoop size, and you're not spending $10,000-$15,000. You can get this Luminaire, and you're gonna get this with this hoop size, gigantic. You have some of the best technology out there in the world, and you're not gonna spend that. You know, these used to sell for close to $20,000. You're not even close to that, and we have them brand new in the box, or the trade-ins, which is even better deals. Serviced and warranty by us, shipped to your door, or come to the store. Can we look at Steph's shirt? Look at this.
I'm festive today. I'm festive for the live. Okay, anyways, with our picture here, here's our picture. Here it is on the screen. So you can see how clear the picture comes in on the screen. I can go ahead and zoom in. And with here, you can zoom in, see whatever features that you want to highlight. And then I can go through. I'm going to grab my pencil. And I'm just going to start drawing on the screen. So we'll highlight some of the little fur areas. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. This is something that we're going to work on in layers. You're not going to get it done in 1 hour. You're not going to get it done in maybe 1 day. This is a work of art in progress. And it's something that you can pass down. You can do pictures of your house, pictures of your family, dogs, cats, whatever have you. But this is going to be a lot of fun. The date is January 18th. It's at 9:30 a.m. start time on a Saturday. So we're going to be working all day doing a lot of fun stuff here. And the best part is you're going to send me your picture. So you get to choose whatever picture. We're going to print it off on the print moda, and it'll be the bigger hoop size one. So you'll get the big hoop size for your Destiny, for your Meridian, your Altair, your Stellaires, your Solaris, your Luminaires. Even the Radiance is here. So we're going to have all of it ready to go for you. Speaking of the Radiance, we got to see hoop size on the Radiance.
Bring it over here.
Oh, you want to see the cabinet
Yeah,
first?
so here's the thing. I know we talked about cabinets already. These are on here. Oh, wow. It's just when you feel it, it's a really nice piece of wood.
Really nice cabinet.
This is the Sydney Light.
Yes.
And what they were saying about the embroidery unit is right here. You could have area that can fit your embroidery unit in here for your storage. Put that away. You could take this, lower your machine down. Your sewing room looks nice. If you're working out of your family room, it looks nice. Everything's put away. And that's what she was talking about early on the Sydney call. This is the pressing mat. This comes free with a lot of the purchases. It's really nice. It's very heavy duty. We have a lot of workspace in here. It's just really nice. They feel very, very high end for this price. They really do. So you can come in the store. We have a lot of them here. Best to talk over the phone. If you want, you could always FaceTime to really see it. There's a lot, but there's a lot on there. I think someone's calling me right now. If you're on the live stream and call me, I just can't answer that, but I will call you back. And I think that's pretty good. Let's go see what Steph has over here on the Radiance.
I love the voice you guys put on this thing.
And then Abby, after that, I've got giveaways to pull before the end.
I know we. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. I do love changing the voices on the voice guidance on the Solaris. So I think it's set to like a German one right now. We're just trying all the fun features of it, which is getting in depth and actually looking at the machine. So I know we did the projector in embroidery mode last time, but what I want to show you guys is the projector in sewing. So standard projector just had a small little area to deal with. Now we're getting a much bigger area. And I know it's going to look it's going to look weird on the camera.
It was like flashing rainbow.
Yeah, it'll flash. But you can go through and change the color background of whatever fabric that you're sewing on. So if you're doing like a teal quilt and you want to see in real time what your stitch is going to look like, you can do so. And I'm going to change this over to a decorative stitch so you can see it. So
Sorry, it looks like that on the camera. It doesn't do that in real life.
So here's our decorative stitch. Kind of hard to see with the flashing, but
Sorry about that, guys.
and I'll go back to just a plain white screen so you guys can see the difference too. So another thing with this is how the buttonholes work. The buttonholes are absolutely wild. So if I go to a buttonhole, just a standard up buttonhole, one, it's going to show your buttonhole right here on the screen. You're able to adjust the width and the length of it here if needed, but I'm going to go an added step. And over here on the screen, we have our guideline marker. This guideline marker is amazing. So it's going to give you a buttonhole guide. It's going to give you the spacing of your buttonhole, whether you're going up and down or side to side on your buttonholes. You can adjust how far from the cloth edge that you are making your buttonholes, because it's going to give you a line. And I can also, if I go here, I can give that edge a blue line.
I don't know if it's going to show up.
It might not show up on there. And I might be too far over. And then change it here too. There we go. Now it's blue. So it's going to show me my buttonhole here. And then it's going to give me a distance from the next buttonhole as well. So this is absolutely crazy technology. And who loves making buttonholes? There's very few of us that really like making buttonholes, but this is going to absolutely revolutionize how you sew buttons on, or sew buttonholes onto your garments, because it's literally going to give you the exact spacing that you need. And it's also going to work in tandem with the projector, so you're able to see exactly where it's going. And the projector is also going to read your buttonhole foot to give you the perfect size buttonhole to go with the button that you stick in it as well. So that's just like a nice little taste of sewing mode, especially with the guideline markers. And if we go into the rest of the guideline markers here, and I can show you on the screen, it might come up on here, it might not. But if we go to the guideline marker, your main line is just that straight line. And I've got one of those here. But now we can do a grid, and we can adjust what size grid we want. So do we want, there we go. There's a 1/2 inch grid. And it's adjusting in real time here. And it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but you've got your grid, you've got those angles, and I can choose a 45-degree angle for if I'm going to do binding, if I want to do bias strips, because it's going to line right up exactly where I need. It's going to be a little hard to see on the fabric here, but this projector is really bright. So if you guys have not seen it in person, it is way brighter than it was before.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why it's flashing like that when I get close.
It also now gives you a bullseye with an additional subline of spacing. And then it gives you like a multi crosshair positioning as well. So everything is going to be lined up for you on your quilts, on your bindings, on your borders, on your blocks. All of the above will be lined up with the guideline markers. Aren't these wild?
Yeah.
These are
Major.
great.
It's awesome. Okay. Are we?
We are ready for giveaways, I think. But where did Connor go with Bailey? We got to figure out how many Baileys fit in this hoop.
He might have.
We already did this.
He might have gone to the back.
I totally went to the back and forgot to do that. Hold on. I'm keep talking for a second, and then I'll
look at this hoop.
Yeah, hold on. Everybody, look at these comments. I wish I could afford this, but that's what my point was, is that Destiny is extremely close, has a lot of those features. Maybe you don't have the projector and that, but the Destiny can do all those things, and it's at a fraction of the price that I showed you before. So I did this to show everybody you do not have to have this Radiance or be at this level with these other ones are traded in. There's Solarises, that Destiny. I think my mom wanted to show there's a FOF creative icon there too. If you're a FOF person, that
There's a performance icon.
yeah, I'm gonna come back up and do the Bailey. I forgot. I'm coming.
And if you notice, this hoop has two locking levers at the back now, and well, at the bottom and at the top. This is definitely going to hold all of your stuff in very securely. There's, like I said, so many more features on here that I'm going to showcase throughout more of the lives that we do. We'll have upgrade parties here soon once we get going with more of the Radiance features. I know I'm itching to stitch out so much of the cool stuff in there because there's so many fun things. We cannot wait. What else do we have? We have giveaways. I don't know if she's ready for giveaways yet. What else can I show? Oh, let's go.
Der Stickarm.
Oh, it's still going in
Der
German.
Stickarm der Stickeinheit setzt sich gleich in Bewegung. Halten Sie hin.
Okay, you do it?
Yeah,
You're good?
we're over here. What are you doing now? We gotta figure out how many Baileys fit in here.
Okay.
How many Baileys?
Well, yeah. Doesn't even go all the way across.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 7, 8, 9. It's probably more. I think I miscounted the other ones. We're gonna say this is a tenner. We think we could squeeze it in, but that's what it is.
But
This is. Go ahead.
But I'll tell you what, you know those hearts we did a couple weeks
I'm
ago?
gonna go do the prizes.
Okay. Hearts we did a couple weeks ago. I have people putting 25 of them in one hooping. And then they just go do their dishes and come back and then they rinse it out and start another one.
Mhm.
So hats off.
The angels.
Oh yeah, hearts not, it was angels, sorry.
I think there's hearts in there too, but angels,
Okay.
yeah.
So you saw that. So there's people all over the country doing those angels now and giving them away. How sweet is that? Somebody came into me and said, angels are just sprawling every place. It was kind of sweet. Where are you going? Okay,
We're going to get more stuff.
my favorite thing right now, I don't know, my favorite thing is the fabric moda, where you can print your fabric because it's soft and it's great. And I got all kinds of ideas, but this came across. Okay, this is a sublimation printer by Brother, but we found puzzles that are blank and we printed my grandkids' picture on it. They just started getting into puzzles with me where they're sitting on the ground doing puzzles with me. And then now I get to give them this. So of course, my nieces got one, my nephews get them. So how fun is that? I'm so excited. This one was another one we just did. We're just learning it, but this is how pretty.
One of those sequin flip pillows.
Okay.
Yeah, go the other way.
Sequin flip pillow so that it changes.
There you
Okay,
go.
so it goes like that. That's not the point. That's my son-in-law and my daughter, and they want it for the couch. So what do you got?
So these are blank acrylic pieces, and this fits into
Oh,
a
you
little
got
wood stand.
Holy. You
Needs a USB connector. So this is a nice little lighted picture. So think of all those pictures that you have that have like Christmas lights, that have fireworks, that have something that has any sort of like a really cool lighting. This is going to make all of those pictures really cool. There's so many blanks out there. We have so much fun stuff. We're going to be doing more of that next year. I know I'm going to be teaching more on this.
Yeah,
We're all
and
gonna be-
combining everything together.
Yep. It's that whole Brother ecosystem with the scan and cut, with the printer, with the sublimation, all
And
that
then right
stuff.
into the embroidery unit.
Yep. And go right into
Great
embroidery.
stuff, folks. And I'll tell you what, if you're doing this stuff, it's very healthy for our minds when we get our age. And sometimes we got to quit worrying about the price, because somebody told me one of the husbands came in and told his wife to buy whatever she wanted to buy. And he says, what's the difference? Our kids are just gonna fly first class to our funeral, or you get to have your sewing machine. It was so damn cute. It was fun. Okay, let's get some
And-
stuff away.
And we can always find the price for the right person. Like I said, remember those Destinies, these pre-love machines. Not everyone's going to be on the Radiance. That's a lot of the pins and needles customers, but anyone else around there, we can make that work, and it's the right size hoop and accomplish the things that they're doing with everything. So keep that in mind. The winner of this, I'm actually going to post the comment on here. We're going off the comments for live stream. Here you go, Gloria Gannard. If you could go to sewedonline.com, go to the live chat. You are the winner of what is that, Mom?
These are Tula Pink ribbons. These are $35, but they're adding them just a piece to purses and stuff. They're really, really, really cool. Check that out. So congratulations, Gloria. One of my favorite new things is the little tiny mini iron. It's only this big, gets in the hoops, makes everything nice and flush. Awesome. Cool new toy. And who
Okay.
gets it?
Colleen Rogers, we're highlighting your comment. Your
There you go.
husband, needs to talk to that other husband who said just get it, because he obviously needs to let you do that. Colleen, you're the winner. If you could go to sewedonline.com, go in the live chat, give me your address. The live chat goes directly to me, and I'll get that shipped out to you next week.
Or she'll be in the store.
Yeah, and if you're local, just say, hey, I'm coming to the store. Well, we keep them there. There's lots of people like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll also tell you, just Colleen, because I know who you are. There's new fabric in the stores. You folks, I guess I got to do something on fabric here in the next couple weeks. It's soft. It's luscious. It's new stuff that's being made. It feels like a garment fabric, but it's made for quilting. It's all brand new. We have to go over that soon. Okay, Connor, I got a zipper jig. Maybe next week we could teach people how to do this too, because it's a really pretty cool thing. Zippers now come in a real long. You can buy 2 yards at a time, and then you put your own pulls on them. Saves a lot of money.
MC Caddy 58, you are the winner. Please go to sewedonline.com, go to the live chat, message me your address. I'll get that shipped to you. Congrats.
Okay. A fabulous thing. This is a super thing. This is $60. It's a case to carry all your presser feet in and all your extra sewing notions in. It's absolutely gorgeous. So who gets it, Connor?
Lois
Organizer.
Hillen. Lois, you are the winner. Please go to sewedonline.com. I have your comment out there highlighted. Go to sewedonline.com, go to that live chat, say, hey, I'm the winner of this. Send me their address, and we'll get that shipped out on Monday.
We all fight on what we give away because everybody's got their favorite. Connor wants us to use their favorites. This is mine. So what this is it's a mat. So you use this size as your rotary cutter, and you use this size as an ironing mat. The wool mats have become very, very important in our quilting and our sewing because it pushes the steam back at you. So normally when you use an iron, and it dissolves into the ironing board. No, it's going to pop back up to the garment. It just gives a crisper finish no matter what you're ironing. The wool mats are well worth your money. This one is a cool one because it's got both sides. So when you get one of those new cabinets, you buy yourself one of these to put next to it. And even if you use the little tiny iron right there, it's holding it down. Ironing is the most important thing you do with your sewing. You do a lot of work. You want it to come out beautiful. So ironing makes a big difference on it. Okay, Connor, where am I at now? All good?
No, we got to
Any
give away the
comments?
ironing mat. Who's the winner?
Oh, sorry. See, I talked too much.
The winner is Chris Vick. Chris Vick, you're the winner. Go to Sew It Online, give me your address, and we'll get that shipped out.
Oh, that's awesome.
All righty.
Okay, any questions at all that anybody wants answered? Good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
There's
Also,
someone,
if you would respond on there, if there's anything that you want to see, I'll be glad to work around it and show it as a video. I know someone asked.
if you wanted something to request for us to teach, put in the comments right now. The comments is the best way to tell us. Lois, you will plan to be in tomorrow. Great. We'll keep your prize there. It'll be back on my workbench. They'll grab it for you. Mimi, what is the name of your shop? The name of the shop is Pins and Needles. It's based in Cleveland, Ohio. It's one of the biggest quilt shops in the world, 20,000 square feet. And the online business is sold online, where we have everything available of classes and memberships that works for in the store and online. But if we can be supportive, so anyone doing a road trip, many people do, to come visit Pins and Needles, we're definitely would love to see you. The membership price is $147. It's going up to $197. You can go online to soldonline.com to get that, and it goes there. Mom, what else you got to say? I interrupted.
I just want to say, have a very Merry Christmas. There is no sewing at all from 3 o'clock Christmas Eve till Christmas Day. Unless you get a new sewing machine, then of course you get to do it. I hope you made something to put underneath that tree, or I hope at least you commit that next year you're going to have lots. So have a nice holiday. We'll see you next Saturday.
You go to soldonline.com and you go to membership. That is where you can learn about what it is. You click here to sign up. It's going to be $29 or $197. It's $19 or $147 right here, right now. So it's a really good deal. And plus you get all these extra bonus courses, which is only not going to be available. So that is the huge thing that you get right now. 14-day money back guarantee. It's a perfect Christmas gift. Tell your husband, call the number, sign up at soldonline.com. If you just go to education memberships, you can sign up right there, and it is. So that is it for this presentation. I thank every one of our staff to be on. It was awesome. Like my mom said, Merry Christmas to you all. It's just fun to really do these videos. I got to thank you, Gladys, for hopping on. You could see that they had a lot of fun making those videos. They made them very quick for us. And that is see, Caddy, you go to member soldonline.com, go to education, go to member login, you'll get in there. That's what it's all about. There's tons of stuff going on here. The next year for 2025, I'm going to take this membership to a whole nother level with all sorts of live streams, members only calls, members only projects, public projects, live streams. No, Debbie, is it the membership going up? It'll never go up if you're locked in. You lock it into 147, you'll never go. Even if I do anything, it goes in there. That you're locked in for 147 for life. You'll never going up. Okay. So there's no price increase once you get in now. That's why it's important to get in for 147 when I raise it to 197, so we can have that. More memberships goes into more people coming in, flying, educating, filming videos, and producing more content. So that's the big plan for 2025. Michelle's coming on to even take a bigger role in it and bring that same education that she does in Pins and Needles and Sew It Online. We're so thankful for her. We're thankful for Gladys. My mom is absolutely amazing. And we're just thankful this holiday for everyone here in this community to be able to share the love and fun and inspiration we find in the store on the internet. So thanks everybody again. Thanks for all the kind comments about Bailey. I really appreciate you. We'll continue next week live at Saturdays at 1. Let us know what you want to see. I'll see you then. And there's a lot more coming. Thanks, everybody. Have a great holiday, great Christmas, and we'll see you soon.